Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. As promised, I would like to share about hotel distribution episode 2, the final episode. In this episode 2, I would like to share as following. I would like to share about hotel distribution summary. In the hotel distribution summary, I would like to share in detail about central reservation system, that is CRS, property management system, PMS, meta searching engine, tour operator, wholesaler, channel manager, switch, OTA, and rate parity. I hope after watching, you will gain some additional knowledge about hotel distribution. Please enjoy. Here is the important slide that you need to know about distribution. This diagram is showing what kind of channel, what kind of media that guests will go through in order for making the booking with hotel. So we call it hotel distribution summary. First of all, central reservation system for most of chain hotel. If you are independent hotel, you utilize reservation system provided by a private company. But for big international hotel chain such as Starwood, Accor, Marriot, IAG, Intercontinental Hotel Group, and so on, they have developed their own system called CRS, Central Reservation System. So initially, you can see that it was developed to accommodate reservation process. How we are utilized for many different things, such as commission payment, rate loading, and so on. Anyway, central reservation system is used to connect to property management system. It is called PMS. So PMS is connect to central reservation system. We already talked about meta-search. If you go to Google, Trivago, Kayak, and so on, we have this meta-search who was collecting all the data from different business units and give us the analysis and comparison. In terms of price of the same product to make our choice easier. Another term called aggregator is similar to meta-search. So we can call Skyscanner as aggregator. Aggregating means you collect the data. So basically the concept is the same as meta-search, but meta-search is focused on searching and aggregator is more on creating the confirmation and then create a business. But initially the concept is almost the same. Tour operator, wholesaler. So let's try to understand. We have a travel agency and we have tour operator. We have wholesaler. So what is the difference? Tour operator create package, create tour, and selling tour. Not selling airline ticket, not selling rental car, not selling hotel room, but selling tour. So in order to create a package, tour operator need to contact each business unit one by one. For example, contact Hotel A saying, I need 5 rooms per day. So what is the best rate by guarantee the number of rooms and then got the allotment. After that, contact airline for the availability of the seat. How many seats available? Can we purchase and what is the cut-off date? Then contact car company for availability for airport pickup and get the special price. So need to contact all industry related to this. Tour operator business and work on behalf of the market to create a tour package. This was quite useful when the world was already begin to travel. Long time ago, traveling was only privilege for the rich people or people with a big title. Now it's a bit different. Tour operator role is no longer working anymore. Why? Because the guest is smart enough to make the booking by themselves. by contacting the hotel directly, booking the transportation, looking for the restaurant, and so on. So no need to pay additional fee to buy tour from tour operator anymore, especially for young generation not require the fixed schedule as they prefer to have free and easy during traveling and do not want to follow the tour guides anymore. Wholesaler, similar concept as tour operator. Concept wholesaler does only one business industry. For example, I am a wholesaler for hotel, so I do only hotel. How to make money? I buy in big volume, a big number of rooms. For example, Biki Travel and Gulliver. So most of the hotel know that this Gulliver Travel has a lot of purchase power because Gulliver has a contract with about 1 million small travel agency. So Gulliver receive a very special rate from the most of the big chain hotels such as Accor Group, Intercontinental Hotel Group, Starwood Group, and so on. So Gulliver contact those big chain hotels to obtain a special discount. For example, Gulliver guaranteed to buy 30,000 room nights per year. And with that big volume of business, those big chain hotels agree to offer a special discount with 25% from the reg rate or public rate. So after got a 25% special discount, then Gulliver will sell those rooms to small retail travel agency and mark up. For example, 15% markup. When the small travel agency receive the special price from the wholesaler, the price is still 10% cheaper than public price. Then the small travel agent can mark up another 10% and sell to the consumer or end user or customer. From the customer point of view, the rate they receive from the small travel agency is the same as rate they buy directly from the hotel. That is called LDR rate, laser distribution rate. So the LDR rate usually 25% discount from the most selling public rate. That means PPR rate, public rate. Then when the hotel offer 25% discount, then wholesaler will mark up 15% sell to the small travel agency, and the small travel agency will mark up another 10% and sell to customer. But the problem is hotel made the deal with the wholesaler. However, from 2012, 2013, or 2015, those wholesaler has made a new business model. They used to work only for wholesaler, which means they are B2B. They're supposed to sell to small travel agency. They are not B2C, but those wholesalers have developed their own online travel agency, which means they are able to sell to B2C, and they have contract with hotel with 25% discount signed by the hotel, and wholesaler utilize that rate on their own online company that they are created. So from customer point of view, they will see and compare between the rate on hotel website and wholesaler website. And the rate on wholesale website is cheaper than hotel website. That is why those chain hotel has decided to terminate the contract with wholesaler, because wholesaler will never allow to sell such discount rate on their website as B2C, which is break the regulation on the agreement. Channel manager. In the distribution, there is a term called channel manager, and channel manager means, for example, we have a big group check-in next week. As a revenue manager, need to take action. Otherwise, we will lose opportunity to maximize the revenue. Based on the forecast, we will be full as we have another business as well. On top of that, we will need to displace some business too. The revenue manager need to decide and close some standard room and so on. Need to change the selling rate, for example, change from PP6 to PP4. So we want to take two actions: close the standard room and then change the rate from PP6 to PP4. So we need to go to the central reservation system and change the room rate if our central reservation system interface with PMS. That would be easier, but PMS system do not interface with central reservation system. So we need to update in central reservation system and then need to update in PMS system too. Otherwise, front office team doesn't know the rate has been changed. So we need to change the rate in central reservation system for reservation team and change the rate in PMS for front office team. After that, we need to go to all OTA such as Booking.com, Agoda, Ctrip, and so on to change new rate. So we need to go to 3 different channels in this process called extranet. They develop the system to be able to access the admin page of each travel agent, and revenue manager have the access with ID and password and so on, so that they can log in and then can change or close the room rate on each website. Each extranet has different way of working. Sometimes revenue manager used to make mistake. For example, they're supposed to type $250, but they type $35. It's happened many times. Now hotel use channel manager, for example, TravelClick, that have revenue manager. Just go to TravelClick and update the room rate, availability, and then this channel manager doing all the other channel, all interface. That is what channel manager doing for. It is very smart system and very popular for independent hotel. Like if you have 1 hotel, 2 hotel, or 3 hotel, we need to have channel manager. Otherwise, it is very difficult to deal with all the other online travel agency, especially for local hotel. They still use channel manager, but for hotel chain like Accor, like Starwood, like Marriot, and so on, they don't use it, as everything are interface. Switch is also name of the system that we need to understand for distribution flow, which means before everything need to update one by one. Now hotels start to realize that something is wrong. Why we need to update everything? Can we just update our central reservation system and then it will be communicate with all different channels? For example, some hotels use switch system called Pegasus. So the flow is we update our central reservation system and central reservation system will be connected to all channels such as Booking.com, Agoda, Expedia, and all the other different websites automatically and make the update according to central reservation system. So why we need to have switch system? Because several different systems do not speak same language. Computer system has their own language, and each system, if we do not use the same language, then cannot communicate each other. So switch play a role as translator in order to connect from one system to another. That is how switch has been developed. TMC. TMC stands for Travel Management Company, mainly for business traveler, big companies such as Samsung, Toyota, Sony, Apple, Panasonic, and so on. When they make booking for their superior level members such as CEO, GM, Managing Director, or Owner, they do not make the booking by themselves. They contact TMC. Normally, they have contract with one of the TMC and then TMC will do all the booking on their behalf. OTA, online travel agency. So we need to understand the business model. As you already aware, OTA has two business models. One is called merchant model and the other called retail model. The difference is profit model. Merchant model make money based on discount. Retail model make money based on commission. Because of this, guests pay to different parties. For merchant, guests will pay to OTA. For retail, guests will pay to hotel. The most common example is Expedia and Agoda. For merchant, Booking.com. For retail. So, if I am a customer, make booking online through Expedia or Agoda.com. I will pay to OTA. I am not paid to the hotel. If I make booking through Booking.com, I will pay upon check-in at the hotel. That is different. So, with this understanding, we can calculate our profit. Let's say our selling price is 250 and our commission is 15%. So, regardless which model, merchant or retail, but guests will pay the same 250. All OTA must have the same rate to avoid rate parity issue. So in terms of ADR is different because if guests make bookings through Expedia.com or Agoda.com, they pay to Expedia and Agoda 250 and Expedia and Agoda will discount 15% for their own profit and send only 212.5 after deduct of 15% discount. And they pay to hotel, so hotel receive only 212.5. So if we check in our PMS system, rate will appear as 212.5. Booking.com is different. If guests book with the rate of 250, guest doesn't pay to online travel agent. Guest will pay when come to hotel while check-in with the same amount of 250 US dollar. But hotel need to pay commission to Booking.com. For example, if 15% commission, we will spend 37.5 to Booking.com. Eventually, the profit will be the same, but it is different way of making money. Another term for distribution is called rate parity. The rate parity is quite important because if we do not keep this provision on the contract, we will have to pay the penalty. We have to give the discount to the customer. And also our reputation for our own website is not really good. So for the same date, for the same product, the rate have to be always same regardless of channel. It doesn't matter what kind of channel the guest approach, the rate should all same. If we are selling for the same product for the same date, to make our understanding easy, for example, if starwoodhotel.com or marriothotel.com selling or A1 or A2 or A3, OTA also should receive as or A1 or A2 and or A3. But if we close OTA for or A3, so starwoodhotel.com need to close or A3 as well. Or A1 means reg rate or public rate for everyone can book. Or A2 means breakfast include. Or A3 means is our early bird. We call it hotel deal. So there is limitation for the booking window, means you have to book this room, for example, 7 days prior to arrival or 3 days prior to arrival, or sometimes if it is for luxury hotel, need 2 weeks prior to arrival, 1 month prior to arrival. We have the condition and guests have the discount, usually 10% or 15%. But on the other hand, if you book through or A3, you cannot amend. you cannot cancel. So the cheapest rate, if we close for OTA, we have to close starwoodhotel.com as well. It is impossible to close only OTA. On the situation, sometimes we want to maximize our profit. We do not want to pay our commission, and then we will choose to close OTA. It is okay, as long as we close all OTA. If we close all OTA, all the rate is okay. We cannot close only one rate, but we can close the entire rate. That is possible, but as long as OTA open, the rate cannot be different. If you work with reservation department, sometimes you have this challenge. Guests call you and saying, I am calling from Singapore, your rate on your website or rate give me over the telephone is more expensive than booking.com and agoda.com. So what is going on? You always get this complaint. The reason is very simple. It is guaranteed that rate parity is always kept. Why? Because we are using interface. Revenue manager made the decision for rate and update in our central reservation system. And the central reservation system will sending the rate to agoda.com, expedia.com, booking.com. So there is no room make ourselves any mistake. In terms of rate, for example, if the rate is PP3 or PP4, that means public rate 3, public rate 4, it will spread to everywhere. But why we still have discrepancy between the channel? Because of the manipulation made by travel agency. Sometimes they delay the update, could be intentional, could be system error. Sometimes they do not update the currency ratio. For example, Singapore dollar going down. For example, on the purpose, they don't change it. So there is many possibility. And sometimes they don't put tax. They don't put service charge. But eventually, if you go through all booking process, at the end of the process, it is mandatory to show the rate in local currency. You cannot sell the room in Singapore dollar if in another country. That at the end, the process of booking, the booking need to confirm by local currency. And if you check the rate in local currency, it should be same. That is how we need to explain to the guest if we got such complaint.